if you hear the My Little Mermaid, I'm babysitting. She's got the bubble machine running around the yard and all that. So let's go ahead and do the front end on this CRX here. And I need to check them out because I think I got some brake parts in and some trailer wire connector for the trailer. I was supposed to be rewiring and I messed up the connector. But anyway, let's get started. Trash. Got a picture of Ford on it. Blue Cross.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. Ooh, AARP. Yep. Oh, park. A high level sketch here because the angle and it's on jack stands in the rear because they're doing this. You can imagine what it looked like if it fell, but it didn't. So, all right, let's put jack stands underneath this thing. Ground saw and level. Last time I done this, only 3 were touching. All right, what we're going to do here is it all gets replaced. The yeek. Yeah, we got a axle slinging. I was gonna get some axles too, but you know, money. Gonna replace the upper control arm that houses the upper ball joint. We're gonna put it back in how this one is to try to keep the alignment about as close as possible. Of course, replacing the strut spring assembly. Going to replacing the rack and pinion outer tie rod end. Going to be replacing the lower ball joint in there. The radius arm bushing right here. What else can we replace? The bushings for the lower control arm. We're going to replace those, and we're also going to be replacing the bushings for the sway bar end link. Well, the whole kit that goes in there. Let's see anything else here. Of course, the rotors and the pads are going to get replaced. So let's get busy on this. tell, I got the front end apart. I didn't remove the rack yet. I was doing some fitment issues on it, and I'll explain why that glove's sitting there in just a minute. But either way, I'm watching the youngin' today. Wife should be home pretty soon with some Burger King. And she don't like Burger King. I don't know why, but she doesn't. And I really like the double whopper with cheese, minus maters, and onion rings. But anywho, as you can tell, I got the bushings out of both of these. And that one, as you can tell by the discolor, I had heat on it, 12.5 tons, pressed the whole. No, I ended up having to knock the center out, and what in the world was that? Anyway, had to hacksaw, put a hacksaw through it, put it back together, put the hacksaw through it, reattach the hacksaw, and then cut the outer shell and just peel that thing out. It was something else. But I got it, and if you notice, I got that ball joint out, which leads to, I used an air hammer on it, led to that. It's throbbing pretty good. So that glove's there because I had to rush inside because, oh yeah, I see a little bit of blood right there. I mean, that blood just started spraying. I don't know, it came out of my thumb. I don't know how it came out, but anyway, yeah, still some on the glove right there. I'm gonna throw that away so cats don't get it. So, but I was tossing stuff, running there to clean up the wound if Mama got home and saw that injured, and then I'm not allowed to be by myself again, and you know how that is. I'm a walking fall precaution anyway. But anyway, I did get that done. What else did I do? While I was waiting on time to do that, switch gears a little bit on Richard's bike here. I made new pins, or drilled and made new pins for his controls there. And those are about as tight as they get now. And we could not find the correct choke cable, so we bought the best we could, and I made an adapter to go in there, and it works good now. What else did I do? Like I said, I was been watching. I finished wiring up the trailer out there, and I don't know what else I did. But anyway, back on the CRX, so I squirrel off all the time. So there it is apart. I gotta clean everything up since I'm not going back into the front end on this like I am the rear by putting rear disc. I gotta get out the old bucket and go buy me some gas, and I'm gonna hand clean all these things here and make it look new again. That's what I want. And it's gonna kind of clash with all this we got going on right here, but one day I'll get out of this thing and pressure wash it because it's got a lot of grime. But new axle will be here Monday, as the Amazon says, and that's where we are. So when I get back on this, we'll record again. Waiting on my double whopper with cheese, mice, maters. That's the main one. Well, morning. It's several days later. Been spending a little time getting that running, but it's about time to get back on this here, and I finally got my axle in, that axle that's being replaced, and I think we're gonna go ahead and do the rack this morning. I got a little bit of time while my wife's up doing food pantry up at church, and then we're gonna be taking a ride. Me and the boy gonna be taking a ride on our motorcycles for a little bit, and then I got a surprise supper for a colleague, like 70 miles away. So let's go ahead and jump on this thing and get this rack. They're really easy, so I get this mess cleaned up right here, and then we'll get started on it. you can tell it's a pretty simple design. It's just 2 bolts here, and it's got a strap on this side. And right here, the rack ties to this. The rack ties to this input shaft right here. So that's all there is to it. So I don't know what all really I can show on this, but I get the camera down there so we can work. So. Well, to get the pinch bolt off, let's see if I can get my light in here for y'all. See that one in the center screen? You got to take that little plastic nut loose, and there's one on the other side, and that off green, military green looking clip, you got to take that clip off, and remove this shroud off here so you can get to that pinch bolt, if memory serves me right. So let's get the pinch bolt. It's hard for me to get in here and film with this, so I'll try. Our cup holders used to be in between the seats and the emergency brake, or your passenger, or you get one of those things from McDonald's that holds multiple drinks. You just stick that in the floor. That's normally what I do. Go to get them and my wife steals them. Her minivan's got 20 cup holders. Why she needs it, I don't know. All right. Get out there. Come on, man. Come on. Heave ho. Come on, go. And it just peels off now, like that. Yeah. See? Yep. All right. There's our pinch bolt. Right there. I'm sure you can guess the size. 10. Turn my light on. All right, it's time to wake my daughter up. To the sweet sounds of impact. I can't wait to order my new exhaust. Well, you know, I kind of got that hanging on there, so Yeah. There we go. As you can tell, there's a little difference between the two. This one right here is just yeah. Yep. You know, I got inners, but she needs bushings and all. So, but anyway, we'll go ahead and get this new one placed in there. Just took my vice grips right here, and I figured out the center. And I found the center is it's 2 1/4 turns from lock to lock. Excuse me, from center to lock. So I did 2 1/4 and 2 1/4. So it took me a minute to get it all straightened out. So let me get this thing in here. Come on, glasses. Oh. She's all the way. There we go. Now I got to go up there and put that first knuckle in. Ah. Oh. Alright, all I got left is put that back together on the inside. Just a 1-pinch bolt, tighten it up, and to stick that collar sleeve back on, and the rack will be done. So that, and then we'll get on the getting the front suspension back together. That might be 2 days from now. But I gotta go take care of the little girl, so I'll be right back. Well, maybe in a couple days. Well, now that I got the rack replaced, I'll go ahead and put in the new axle shaft. Right here. Ya la la la. I hope it's right. So I went ahead and put a tray under there to grab the fluid if it comes out. But just let me get some gloves on. Yeah, my hands are almost raw from washing so many times. That's what it is when I'm watching my little girl and my wife's gone. I gotta wash my hands quite a bit. So let's go ahead and pop this out, and these distance greases I'll get out. It is so stiff. It is bad stiff. Well, my wife's home. Go ahead and pop this shaft out. Mm-hmm. It looks right. All we gotta do is just drive it in. Oh. Oh. Didn't lose no fluid. Oh. I pull it out just a little bit, then cram it in. There we go. It is in. Ta-da! It's a lot easier when you got the whole front end tore apart. Just saying. Doing this just to hold it up. No really big deal. Next thing we need to do is go ahead and get these calipers off and get them washed up, cleaned up. I can check out my new lines with the leak now. So if y'all saw my video where I did rebuilt one of these calipers, probably that one over there, I mentioned I had new lines. That's how long I've had these. Oops. Wrong way. There. Voila, that one works. This one come with new ones here. I guarantee you the box this was in had new ones at some point, or I used them on that other one. I don't remember. Alright. Yeah, these are correcto. I still gotta put the wheel cylinders on the rear. I'll take the other side off. And I'm not gonna show y'all me cleaning these up, man, no big deal really. So put my camera on this, but I have two-way communications with Nate, so that's about all I got. I do have a camera mount system, but I have it on my little hooker bike. I just don't want to put nothing on this katana yet until everything is right, and then I'll put the piece on the helmet. The helmet's too big. I got to order a new helmet, so this is just all shakedown. And we're going to go to Richards today. That is bright. That light is bright. Turn that down a notch. As you can tell, it's I'm back. It's like really cold out. It's like 40. And it's 8:30 at night. Got home not long ago doing a Thanksgiving dinner for a local community hosted by our church. So you know, doing God's work. So y'all not gonna get this till after Thanksgiving anyway. So you know, happy Thanksgiving. We're back after several days. What have I done? Well, I got everything painted. I got all but one ball joint installed in the hardware, in the knuckle and such. And I got the new axle in. I got the calipers off. They're down there. They still need to be clean. I'm gonna clean those, and I might paint them. I don't know. But either way, we're gonna start loosely assembling the suspension to make sure everything lines up like it should. Everything, it's some of the original parts up here, so everything should work just fine. So let's just see how this goes. So let me get in the car here. Upper control arm. All this is painted. Got the lower control arm. It should be right. Radius arm goes that way. Yep. Oh. Radius arm. Got the lower part of the strut where it goes to the lower control arm, and these are marked, I think, HR and HL, and the pinch bolt goes in the back, whoop goes in the front, and it points out. I think I'm right on that. It's only been like 2 weeks since I tore this thing apart. Maybe longer. Yeah, this is the side that I haven't put the new ball joint in yet, but I can assemble it with it. It's all coming back apart anyway. So there we go. Knuckle assembly. Shows to be the radius arm bush kit. It looks a little different. Miscellaneous for the strut assembly. And I'm missing the bag of lower control arm bushing. Give me a minute. I forgot I took them out. Now those puppies drove out. It's going to go back in as a split one. And I got the two that go to that. And the tie rod ends are in here. Tie rod end. Stick this on first. Like I said, I'm just loosely putting it together, and I run these on quite a bit. Just when I get all this together and I get it on the ground, I'm gonna use the old shoestring, and we're gonna do a shoestring alignment. And I don't have to worry about the K-string angle really. Or even camber. Here's why. See those centering bolts? They go right up and they don't move. These don't move. So this ain't got no adjustment. If I want to adjust, you can buy one, and they're not that expensive, and you know, I could have went that route for more adjustment, but I'm trying to keep it at factory as much. But you think, are you going all this right here? Well, this was much cheaper going this route. For me it was. So when I get it together, I'm just gonna put a stock alignment on it and try to make it stock height. And I'm gonna work with the height, and I'm gonna work with the preload on the springs versus height until I like the feel. And that's another reason I got it fully adjustable. I want to have these handle really, really well. Helps if you can see me. But anyway, it handles very, very well, but I always thought they could be just a little firmer. So that's why I got the adjustable right there. And the rear is all adjustable, but it's still gonna have the factory setting when they're done. So you can tell nothing there. So let me set this on real quick. Can I reach those outer ones with a wrench? Got Wire harness all the way or something. What in the world? Alright. Send it loose. Get this out of the way. I bet you those nuts went to this. So this is split, and I got a tool that'll go in, supposed to go in here and spread this out, but of course it doesn't fit this one, so I had to spread it out even more with something else. So let's just see here. Let me cut that tie so I can bring that axle up. Cat's in the middle of something again. I'll spread this open a little more. See if that'll go. Not really. I'll just drive it on here in a minute. Just wanted to get that where it go. It will. So I'm gonna drive it on. Pinch bolt. That says R for right. It goes on like that on the other side. Alright. Should go right in. Yep. Let's push that back, get this up. Yeah, well, slides on so good, it comes right off that good. So, get this nut off. Up the ball joint here. See if I can swing it around. Really? That's just protective, I guess. Oh. When I fully go back, I'm gonna pull it all back apart, but when I do, I'll put a lot of grease in those, lubricant. It's biting me, that's for sure. Oh, God, I've been that. There we go. Alright, so we get my bolt in there now. There we go. Alright. Y'all wonder about my thumb when it got squished. It's when I beat it with the air hammer, it ain't right. But it's still attached. Positive thinking there. That'll get us going. That's way, because that's centered. It's supposed to be. That's because the other shaft's spinning. Either way. Alright, yeah, because putting that in, after I get done, then I'm going to drive these in after I do the ball joint. So, let's go ahead and make sure this is going to fit good. Alright, it's on the sway bar. Second one on. Put the spacer in there. Put the upper lower. Yeah, that looks good. Set it all in there. Well, that's about as used as my biological father. Alright, let's take a look at these. They look nothing like the factory, nor do those fit. This doesn't even fit. Look like, oh, these are the anyway, but they're still good, so I'm gonna reuse these. There's two little bolts for this. Is that one? And is that one? I would reassemble the other side, but I'm not right this minute because I haven't installed the ball joints yet. So the lower ball joints. And that's all I got left to install in the painted gear. I still have to clean the the calipers and the caliper brackets. And I don't know yet if I'm gonna paint those. I might. Don't know yet. But either way, everything fits good, so it's good to know. So I'll bring y'all back around when I go to install the ball joint for the ball joints for both sides, and the final reassembly. So this was just a test fit with all this aftermarket stuff to make sure everything was going to be good, which I'm confident we got it. We had a gentleman stop by today while I was at our church Thanksgiving deal for the community. Wanted me to work on this 87 Dodge pickup. One of my boys was here and intercepted him, and he let me aware. I went ahead and hit him back because I have been asked by several people to work on their vehicles, which I love working on vehicles, don't get me wrong, but I am retired from the general public. I've done my time, and I love helping people. I messaged them back and explained stuff to them that, I'll be more than happy to, it's an 87 carb 83 team. Not hard to work on. Well, excuse me, it's not hard to find problems with it. But either way, told him I might meet up with him and just show him what he needs to fix on it real quick. But I normally don't do that. But, it should be pretty easy. And he said he drives by the house all the time because he must be working on something around here. They're building new homes and all. So it might be him. I don't know. I don't know nothing about it. But no, I don't do work for the general public anymore. I work for a living right now. I plan on retiring in 5 to 7 years. I'm a sysadmin, network. I'm a systems engineer for IT, and do that full time for one hospital, and then for another hospital, finally leaving them. I've been working PRN for a year and a half, helping them out what I can on their network security. And but I'm leaving them, be down to one job. I spent a lot of time with my church. This week it was like 4 or 5 days. We've been doing church related functions and stuff. It has hindered the channel, but hey, it's God's work. That's how it is. So and I don't mind if it takes away from the channel. That's where I need to be. I need to be at the church. So I really don't have time to work on other people's stuff. I've got waiting on parts on one, waiting on parts on another one for close people to me and they're on the channel. So other than that, I hope y'all understand. I hope y'all understand that I've done my time. I turn wrenches. I've been turning wrenches. I turned professionally for over 20 years, and I'm 52. You take professionally when I was 18. I got my first 2 certifications when I was 18. I was master certified by the age of 24. L1 certified a year or 2 later, I can't remember. But you do the math and how long I've been working on these things. So it's my time now. When I retired, the channel's getting full attention, if it's still around. Alright, so enough said. Well, here we are. I think like 1 or 2, 3 days ago, I filmed the installing this with the ball joint on it to just make sure everything fit good. And I went ahead and pressed the other one in. I bought a Maddox pressed ball joint and U-joint press for it. It's just, I cannot get this in my press good enough. It's just the way it is. with the angles and stuff, just to get it to block here. I mean, you know, it just was really difficult. I got a small press. So we're gonna go ahead and, this is supposed to be able to press this out, but by looking at the inner diameter here, that looks like it's gonna be a little issue. So first thing I did is I took the 3 screws out for the shield here, and it is a little mangled, and it does have a bullet wound in it from the pickle fork. That's on me. But how I got these loose without removing the hub bearing was I just got these in there and broke them loose, and then I just used Phillips head just get it out because it's at a steep angle. So but anyway, so we're gonna try to get this off. I can get it out. That's how that happened. I know I can get it out. I've done hundreds of ball joints, but not generally just beat them out. But this one's held on with the. I always keep these. Even though it's got new ones, I keep them because you never know. And I got one of my foot pounder 400s to hold this because I might have to use the air hammer to get it out. But give me a few minutes. I'm gonna see if I can rig something. I gotta get some glasses because I can't see nothing. Not this close up, that's for sure. So I bought the base kit because it's going to pretty much do anything I need it to do, but I'm going to buy the $80 add-on. It's probably got all the stuff to do with this one. But it pressed the other one in really good. I was impressed. So let me, I mean, it feels good, but I'm putting new ones in. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna fire the compressor. We're gonna use the air hammer. I'm sorry. Hammer. I got it with a chisel bit. Martin got for me. There we go. I got all my thumbs. We're good. All right. You see, you can't press it in with the boot on, so you just snag the boot off. This just got a simple wire ring on it. There. Trying to get it off without tearing the boot. We just pop that baby in. Looks like it's going. See if we can get my clip in there now. Yep, yeah. Slap this mummy back on there. There we go, it's that easy. That was actually easier to press in than the other one was. Yeah, she's in there. We just put our screws back in here. Before I put this on, I'm gonna go put some parts together first, and then we'll get this bad boy on. Then we get it all torqued down. Hopefully. Well, I thought I was recording. I did zap down the two strut collar bolts and the two on top of the upper control arm. So lighting is not the best, and when you get these control arms, well, from this company, the two bolts that go this way, those need to be tightened up. So probably would have been easier with them off, but here I am. So they look like they're gonna be quite kind of fun. You know, it would be easier without the strut out of the way, and that'd be easier to take off. So let's go ahead and take the strut off. I'm not taking it off this way. I'll show you. It's got to clean that bolt, because I already got one that's ready. We'll go ahead and stick that one in. That, and we'll take the strut assembly out real quick. Just be easier getting there to them. I can get those a little easier now. Go get me a opening wrench. Alrighty then. This strip back on. Alright. That's back on. And of course, there's no easy way to do all this. Put it up out of the way. So right here. Go ahead and put that on there. Now this is going to be a fun part because I got to line this up here. This is torqued already to the lower control arm with the inner radius bushing and inner radius washer. I just don't have them out there on there yet, so I can move it around and get this thing on there. Straighten up this ball joint just a little bit so it go on there easier. Oh. There we go. So we'll go a little easier. But I wish this would just go up and stay up out of my way. That will go on. Let me just try to get this ball joint on first. There we go. Couple threads. Come on now. Slid right on the other night. There we go. There we go. It's trying. Need an alignment tool, screwdriver. Oh. Need a little persuasion. Let's bring it off that outer piece. I'm not going to go over the brake job with y'all because y'all already seen a front brake job, I think, even with a caliper rebuild. But as you can tell, it's all back together. I do not know the right way to run that hose because the bracket that they supply, the aftermarket vendor, you see where the two connections are? They should be about another 3 inches further apart than that. So that's the best I can make it work. So I'll replicate that on the other side when I finish up the other side. But everything new. I have not torqued the axle nut yet, and the on the outer tie rods, I got 4, and 2 that come in a set. As you can tell, Amazon, one's got a Zerk fit and the other one don't. So I'm actually going to snatch those off and put the other matching set on there because they match. These didn't match per se. They probably be all right, but I don't want one to have a grease fit and another one don't. So, but I'm also going to go and every nut and bolt on here will get a yellow scribe after I double check its tightness. So that makes me feel better knowing that it's a visual representation that I do. You might have seen me do it on engine builds, especially that's got manifold bolts and head bolts. I go back behind, I double check, and I mark them. So that's just peace of mind. So I'm gonna finish up the other side. I gotta run up to the church, get secondary wireless going, and figure out why the sound's not working properly on our feed. So you can't hear us play, and you can't hear us hear all the preaching going on. So I got to work with a couple people up there because there's computers, there's sound equipment, there's a bunch of stuff involved, and hopefully between 3 of us we can figure that stuff out. So I think my next course of action is, y'all probably won't see it, but you remember I bought new wheel cylinders for the rear just to get by until I can get the rear disc kit from Jason. So hopefully next thing you see is everything back together, final video on that, and get it on the ground, and I guess just start adjusting height and get the height right, and then it'll be off to the alignment shop to get a factory alignment put back on her. So see y'all when I get a little further on it. Well, I normally don't put my phone like this in my personal cell phone. I normally don't put it in my media player holder. I have a small little Apple I use for it. I can't get it stuck to the back. Now this thing, I mean, it's not a race car, but it's on rails, and every time I go to mount something in the back and I take a gold Tron between in the turns and all, it rips it off because I don't have any of that expensive stuff. So we're gonna just do it like this. So this is we'll listen to the exhaust first. My wife's right back there, so I don't want to rap on it too hard. So we're gonna let it warm up. My thoughts on the exhaust, I definitely give it 4 out of 5. I really like how it looked, and the construction was really, really good. I think if they just fine-tune the angle, if they just fine-tune the angles a little bit, I really think it'd just be bolt up and ain't got to worry about anything. I never expect that out of aftermarket. I always expect something, and I kind of like messing with it. Sometimes you're like, I'm a wife's, no, I want to bolt right on and just go get it out of here. On this right here, I don't mind a little bit of this, that, and the other. And where the rear section mounts to the Z pipe that goes around to the tube that comes under with the resonator that goes up to the cat, I think I'm going to make an inch spacer and just put in there, and that will solve a lot of the problems. I'm gonna go ahead and get some bolts and long bolts and nuts and stick in there and work with it to see exactly what I can do, and then I'll just cut something out. I got plenty of exhaust gasket stuff, and we'll make something. So another thing's vibrating the whole back of my vehicle because it's sitting against that rear valance. So let's take her on down the road and annoy the neighbors. Because Lord knows everybody around here has got glass packs, straight pipes, 9-inch exhaust. Everybody, I do. Can't hide in this one now, Mo. Okay, a little crazy taking off there. Let me check this. I do want to get it out on 75, what we call the straight shot around here. Man, is there a funeral around here? That's just all kind of people. And anywho, so y'all don't get to see what I see because it's not mounted right, so y'all can see a little bit of the handling. I'd like to own the little mounts that you can put on the side of your car that are magnetic or whatever they are, and everybody's got those things that stick way on up so you get a vantage point from the top of the vehicle and the back side. Well, that'd be nice. I don't know what that kind of stuff costs, but I ain't spending my 401 on it. Alright. So, now let's turn on the defroster. Well, it's non-air conditioning powered defroster, so it takes a whole lot longer. I'm going to go ahead and convert this to 134A next year, and that's going to be a spring deal, and y'all going to see the right way to do that from an R12 system, because this has never been touched. It was opened up, it worked, and then I put it back together. So there's going to be a lot of flushing involved, a lot of parts involved. Oh yeah, sounds like heavy hombre right here. I need to get out of 75 so I can see how loud this thing's going to be. Because this thing turns 3,000 RPMs at 60. It's got 425 gears, final drive, and I forgot what the fifth gear is, but it equates to 3,000 RPMs on factory size tires, factory high tires, at 60. So every 10 mile per hour is 500 RPM. So at 80, you're doing 4,000. So, and I will tell you, we'll do 115 miles an hour. Y'all do the math on the RPM. So, well, it's not making all the noise I thought it would make with all the touchy and stuff, probably because it's pushed up so hard because it needs it. I did find out the other night, though this thing handles like crazy, you get way on up there, she gets a little twitchy and starts to wander a little bit. You know, the old poop shoot puckering up didn't happen. I mean, controllable. So that's why I think I mentioned at the beginning of the video that we're going to be working on, like I said, I got my factory alignment. They wouldn't warranty it because I've lowered it an inch, and they told me that, and they're really good people, and I knew that. So, but it gave me the starting, so I can start messing with the front does not have an adjustable camber on it because I have to go buy the adjustable upper control arms, but the rear is completely adjustable. So I'm going to start by putting, taking out another 1 degree on each side, and I'm not using fancy lasers. It's math. Center lined up a control arm, you get that number right there, you can do magic with it. We didn't have lasers and stuff on our race cars. against a looks like about a '09 Mazda 6. Yeah, that dual exhaust. I don't know if that's still the 4-cylinder or if it was the V6. But we were neck and neck into some undisclosed speed and going through turns and stuff, and that's when I found the little issue that I was having out of it. So, that's testing. That's what that was. Up my 80s music now. Well, I think she's doing all right. I can't wait to get that header, but I just got to find that right downpipe and the dual collector on it. They got a kit where you can make it, but I'm not making exhaust. I'll weld around exhaust, but these were the long pit where the halves meet. No, I ain't playing that. I'm not that good of a welder. By the time I paid somebody, no, but they had the kit online. So right now we're doing 70, and I mean she's got it. Right there, a little wiggle come around, that little twitchiness. That's what I don't like, but I want to solve it. And that's part of owning these cars. Got a little rasp. Road here is almost like a one lane. Yeah, you know, make people figure how wide their vehicles are. See, I don't let up. I just roll into them. It's just a little 1.6, you know, 110 horse. You can just have so much fun. You can put those B's and K's in there and do this power, and I understand that. You know, some days I wish I had 100 extra horsepower, but I just love these little engines, little D16As. I think they're 16A. I know it's D16. I can't remember if it's an A or I believe it's an A. That's a little rough when you're going to work every day. You know? So you can have fun in these. Well, that's going to conclude this. Please like, subscribe, and I'm just now putting stuff on TikTok. That is the devil's territory. I tell you what. I talked my preacher about doing that because I didn't trust it. But it's going to have just snippets of what people really look at when they look at a video like this exhaust. Okay, what would it look like? I'm not going to watch the guy's whole video. They just want the information to go. In fact, I understand that. So that's why I'm doing a TikTok, and I'm going to put little things out there, and with the link to the original on the YouTube. And we're going to try that. I don't know. So God bless. And it's in between Christmas and 2025, so next time I actually put a video out, it's gonna be 2025. So what I call the year of half retirement. So God bless.